Everybody keep your videos on there, okay? Disali, Vasundhara, Danya, Sangeeta. If somebody has got technical glitch, that could be once in a month, one of the kids in the whole class, but not 70% of the class having glitch on the same day. Okay? So keep your videos on. What we are going to do today is going to be a function of what we did in the last class. So who remembers what we did in the last class? Yes, Nivas, go ahead. We learned about geometric series and derived the formula for geometric series. Yes, Ansika. What else you want to add? Okay. Wonderful. Anybody else in the class who wants to add more color to it? Add color to make it more colorful. That's okay. Now, you guys want to keep it dull, gray, white, whatever it is. Okay. Alright. So let's get started. So today, I am planning to change the topic. So, we talked about geometric series, we talked about polynomial multiplications. In today's class, we will talk about polynomial division. Meaning, how do we deal with dividing a polynomial with a monomial or with another polynomial. And that is where we learn different techniques, and we'll also learn the method for method called method of long division. Yes, Devans. I'm sorry, Devans? I'm not sure the term that you are talking about. Am I aware of the term? What is that called? Say it one more time. Synthetic division. I know about something called long division method. Let's see if that is the same as what you are saying. Otherwise, I have to do a little bit of Google. Okay. My English is not as good as yours. Okay. All right. So jokes apart, let's get started. So here are the things that we are going to cover in the class today. Let's see. The topic that we will try covering is how do we deal with polynomial division, division by monomial with or without remainders, and then we look at how do we divide quadratics with linear factors, or how do we deal with polynomial long division. Okay. So let's start with what do you call? Are you getting a little bit of cold air from there? You want to move a little bit to that side? That's also that's fine. Okay. So we are trying to talk about polynomial long division, polynomial division of a polynomial by a monomial. Let's say somebody says divide 4x squared plus 3x minus x cubed by x. Don't try doing anything, okay? I'm just asking you guys, if I divide this whole thing by x, will I have any remainder or not? What do I mean by remainder? Meaning when I divide, there is something left which I am not able to proceed with further. Yes, Devans, go ahead. You not have any remainder, right? Because you see that there is something that is common in each and every term in the numerator, and it's the same as what we have in the denominator. So if you take x common here, this becomes 4x plus 3 minus x squared. And then you are dividing that by x. By no means we will have the remainder. Compared to this, if I am talking about a situation where I am trying to divide 4x squared plus 3 minus 3x plus 8 divided by x. In this case, will we have remainder? Yes. We'll have a remainder, right? Because there is no term, there is at least one term in the numerator which doesn't have the same factor. So this becomes our criteria for figuring out whether we will have remainder or not. If you have the common factor in all the numerators, same as the denominator, you'll not have any remainder. If you don't have the common factor, you'll have remainder, and there's no rocket science behind that. Whatever I am saying now is something that you have been doing for at least 5 years now. Yeah? So you can enjoy it. Okay? So Disali, Divas, Samhita, Vasundhara, keep your videos on the time. Aranya, I know she has told me that she will buy a new one in Thanksgiving. That's when her video will start working. Everybody else, keep your videos on, okay? So we saw what do you mean by dividing a polynomial by a monomial, and we looked at both the scenarios when we have remainder or when we don't have remainder. So what we'll do is we'll look at some problems, okay? I want you guys to just look at few problems to make yourselves comfortable, and then we will go to the concept called polynomial long division, and we will use this concept for relating to something that we have done with respect to quality equation. Okay? So that way we are we will have better ability to connect the dots. Okay, I will just write down 2 questions. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this one. Okay, so there are 2 questions. I want you guys to quickly look at it and tell me. Okay, you solve this question first. X to the power 5 minus 3x squared plus 2x by x. We have been asked to find out what is the value that we are getting after dividing this. Easy peasy, right? Anybody is getting stressed for this question? Ansika, Sandrita, Nanya, Vishali, Devans? Nobody, right? Vasundhara? This is not something that is leading to any stress. So let's knock this off. Let's go to the next one. We have x to the power 5 plus 6x plus 2 divided by x. It is asking us to write this answer for after this division in the form px plus k by x. Okay, so it's asking us to find out the value of px and k. Okay, yeah. Let me complete the question, okay? Because I myself did not repeat the question. I mean read the question clearly. Okay. This is the equation given. Okay. We have to find. This one says your answer should be in the form px plus k over x, where p is a polynomial and k is an integer. Okay. Our answer should be in this form px plus k by x, where p is a polynomial and k is an integer. And this is the equation that we have to find the answer in this form. So we have to find out the px and value of k. How about that would be? What happened? Ansika also played hide and seek with me. Somebody dropped off. Was it Vasundhara? Oh, Vasundhara dropped off. Okay. Do you guys want me to read the question one more time? It says divide the polynomial and your answer should be in the form of px plus k over x, where p is a polynomial and k is an integer. And we have to, this is the polynomial that we have to divide. X to the power 5 plus 6x plus 2 divided by x. Yeah? So find out the polynomial and find out the value of k. Yep.
So like p times x.
It's not p times x. This is a polynomial. P is a polynomial times x. So x is a common factor, right? So basically, what is happening is you are dividing this whole thing, and then you are getting something. Says P times X. P is a polynomial, it is getting multiplied by X. Yes, Devas. P of X plus K by X. This is K. Yep.
I don't know if I can simplify any further, but x power 4 plus 6 plus 2 by x.
X to the power 4 plus 6 plus 2 by X. So you are saying that your K is nothing but 2 and your polynomial is, what is the polynomial here?
X power 4 plus.
Okay. Let's see what Devas got. Devas, you were saying something. Same answer. Sanita. Okay. Ansika. Same answer. Okay. Vasundhara. Vasundhara, I cannot hear you. Say it louder. Here comes Sulbi. Yeah, Vasundhara, I am not able to hear you. Can you say it one more time, a little louder? Okay, let's go to Visali. What did you get, Visali? Okay. So, Sulbi, you got late by 15 minutes, and that's okay. Today we are doing polynomial division. So we just touch the surface of this whole concept where we are trying to divide. This is a polynomial we are trying to divide by x. And the question says divide this polynomial and write it in this form where this is your polynomial part of it and this is one integer divided by k. So what everybody is doing is trying to find out how do I divide this and split this into two parts. Okay? So that's what we have covered so far. So Vasundhara, I'm assuming you also got the same answer, right, Bra? Since I'm not able to hear you, that's why I'm making some assumptions. Yeah? Okay. Now let's probably move on and with certain assumptions that we have made so far, or something that we have talked about. That when I'm dividing a polynomial by either monomial or polynomial, there are two circumstances or two situations that we can come across. If I am dividing a polynomial, let's say this is my polynomial, I am dividing that by a monomial or polynomial. There are two circumstances. One is I have 0 remainder. See, this is the polynomial activity I was talking about. From my board when I am writing something, somebody starts deleting it. I don't know what's going on. Okay. That's not a polynomial activity.
What does that say?
When I am dividing a polynomial by another polynomial or monomial, I get 0 as a remainder.
Oh.
Okay? Or when I am doing it, I do not get 0 as remainder. Okay? This is what polynomial division's first unit is saying. And we have all the reasons to laugh at it. Because this is exactly what happens with every division, right? When you divide one number by another number, either you will get 0 remainder, meaning you have a perfect solution, or you get some remainders. That's it. So what I am trying to reiterate is, this is not different from what we already know with respect to division. Yeah? So Sulbi, Shikar, you guys got a little bit late, but be assured that we have not missed anything. I was just wasting everybody's precious time for last 18 minutes. Okay? So we just started the next unit called polynomial division, okay? And we just talked about how do we do division, how do we take common factors out, and how do we go for it. The most important thing that we are going to focus on today is called polynomial long division. And that is interesting. If I say divide x squared plus 6x minus 18 by x plus 2. Okay? There are two things that will come to your mind. One is, can I factorize this thing? And once I factorize this, if I have a common factor like this, then I can knock it off and that becomes my answer. That is one. Second thing that will come to your mind is, okay, ultimately we are trying to divide this guy by this guy. So there are two circumstances that I can come across. One is, I will have no zero remainder or I will have some remainder. Meaning if this guy is able to divide this perfectly, I will have zero remainder. If it is not able to, I will have no remainder. So now we are getting into a space where we are trying to divide a polynomial by another polynomial. And that works the same way as division works. If I ask you guys to divide this guy by this guy, how would you go about it? Who in the class thinks that they can still do it based on whatever they already know? Anybody in the class who thinks that if the teacher is going to teach this, it's going to be a waste of time? I simply want to know that. Meaning somebody who knows it already. Just the ones. Okay, and what is that? Long division, you already know it. Okay, Srikar, you know it as well?
Yeah.
Okay, Anshika, you also know it? Okay, how about Ananya, Surbi, Vasundhara, Samrita, Visali? Some of the friends, yes, Buddha, go ahead, Surbi. You also know how to do it? Samrita? Okay. How about Ram? Do you know how to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, then do it. Then do it. I want you guys to do it first, and then I have my trump card that I will open up. So let me just think about it. Let me just give me a second. I want you guys to stop just for a minute.
I just saw DS from like for minus easy.
Okay, no. I'm just saying the problem for a reason. Okay? So I want you guys to solve this one first. Then I wanted to actually show you guys some correlation between what we're doing now versus what we've done in the past. Yes, Divan, what did you get? X plus 4. Okay. Anshika? X plus 4. Okay. Let's see what everybody gets. X plus 4. Isali. Okay.
X plus 4.
X plus 4. Sanvita. Okay. Vasundhara. Nanya. Subhi, did you give the answer?
Yeah, I also got X plus
X
4.
plus 4. Okay. Now, since you guys have already disappointed me by saying that you all know about this one, so you did not disappoint me. You made me happy that okay, my job has become easier, lighter, because you guys already know it. So this is what you guys would have done. You took x squared plus 6x plus 8, and you said let me divide that by x plus 2. And the approach goes as, first you try with the maximum power of the x and you try knocking it off. How would you get the maximum power of x? Meaning, you will multiply this guy with x, that gives you x squared plus 2x. So that will knock off x squared from this one. Like you do regular division, right? So here, in case of long division, your goal is always to knock off the maximum power of the variable. So you are trying to divide this whole thing by x plus 2. What is that you can multiply x plus 2 with to get rid of the first higher power variable? Obviously x gives you x squared plus 2x. Now subtract this one like you do with the regular division. These two are gone. 6x minus 2x gives you 4x, and this guy slides down. Now what do you again, you will not look at the whole polynomial here. You will say, okay, my next goal is to get rid of x. What do I multiply this guy with to get 4x? Obviously 4. So you are multiplying it by 4. That gives you 4x plus 4 2 are 8. Oh, everything is gone. X plus 4. So this whole thing is nothing but equal to x plus 2 times x plus 4. Okay? And then you have denominator is x plus 2. So you are saying that the value of this polynomial is these two gets cancelled out, x plus 4. Now there are two things here. One thing is, whenever you are dealing with polynomial, now you guys are not those younger kids from elementary school who can simply delete. You have to put more thoughts around it. Now this is more like an expression. X plus 2 times x plus 4 divided by x plus 2. You will always think, okay, this will be true for every value of x except when this guy becomes 0, when my denominator becomes 0. Because if your denominator becomes 0, you are talking about an undefined state. So whatever your polynomial division you are talking about, you are putting a disclaimer saying my x plus 2 cannot be equal to 0 or x cannot be equal to minus 2. You are just putting a caveat here, okay? You are just trying to make sure that your denominator never becomes 0, okay? You will keep that in mind. Whenever you are knocking off something from denominator, make sure that value of the denominator never becomes 0. Okay? That's a condition you have to always keep in mind. Otherwise, your function, polynomial, whatever it is, might go for a toss for a given value of x. Okay? That's what we talk about in the functions going today. Now, so you guys did polynomial division and you got two factors and you could knock it off and you put a caveat, you think you are done. And actually you are done. But why I am stressing on this one? Remember few days ago, few classes ago, when we were talking about quadratic equations. That is where we talked about 3 methods or 3 steps to solve a quadratic equation. Yeah? Let's say if I am talking about x squared plus 6x plus 8 equal to 0, what did we do? For solving it for x, we said, okay, let's factorize this. So we used some method for factorizing it using while solving for quadratic equations, right? And there, same thing we did. We compared that with the standard form and said, okay, what is my A? A is 1. What is my B? B is 6. What is my C? C is 8. So we will first multiply A times C. Whatever we got, we will look at the factors of it. 1 times 8, 4, 2 times 4. These are the factors. Now we look at the factor which jointly gives me a value of B. So 4 and 2 becomes my candidate, and we use that for breaking it down. 6 can be split into 2 parts, 4 plus 2. So this one x squared plus 6x became 4x plus 2x, and we just split that way. And then these two together, here x is common, this became x plus 4. And this became, here 2 is common, this became x plus 4. And you said, okay, x plus 4 is common between both of them, so this became x plus 2 times x plus 4. So whatever we did with respect to how we solve quadratic equation or factorize the quadratic equation, that is exactly what even the long polynomial division is helping us achieve. Now, this becomes one more method in our repository of approaches, where if you get stuck, see, whatever method you do, whatever you learn, let's say we learn quadratic equation, polynomials, whatever we learn, okay? And you forgot, okay, let's say you forgot that, okay, I have to do A times C and then look at the factors. But will you ever forget the division? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division is something that you will not forget for the rest of your life. None of us, correct? This will stay with us. So what I am saying is, this is your, if you are solving for quadratic equation and somehow, or any polynomial for that matter, if somehow you forgot the clue or the method or the formula that we have learned, you still have the most basic method to divide it. You can always use polynomial division to, long division to create factors. If there is a factor, you will get it. If it cannot be factorized, that's okay, that's understood. Am I making sense, or it's... So basically, see, the whole reason behind this preaching was that while solving quadratic equation, we knew three methods. One is by mapping that with algebraic identity, a plus b whole square minus b whole square, a square plus b square. Sorry, a square minus b square. Second one was this comparing that in the standard form, and the third method was applying the quadratic formula. If some of you have not seen that solution part of it, don't worry about it, I'll come back to it again. But what I'm saying is, in the same solution approach, you can also use the long division method also, polynomial long division also to use as a technique for eliminating. Yep. Alright, so I'll let you guys practice few more problems. Otherwise, it will not give me the confidence that I'm looking for. So here are few problems. Devans, Surbi, Sandhita, Disali, keep the video number. I feel little bad asking for it again and again, but that's a minimum ask. That's the protocol. Okay, so I want you guys to solve these three problems real quick. X squared minus 16 by x plus 4, x squared plus 11x plus 18 by x plus 2, and one more problem is x squared plus 10x plus 25 divided by x plus 5, and I would suggest, rather insist, to use the long division method. Okay, I want you guys to practice this one with long division method, and then try comparing that with any other method of factorizing a quadratic equation or expression that you have done before. Okay. So it's just not about solving it. You guys also have to tell me, if polynomial long division was not the approach, what was my alternate approach that I would have taken. So I'm kind of expanding the horizon for you guys so that you have multiple options to choose from. Yeah. If I'm sounding like a difficult teacher, sorry for that, but we certainly need to make sure that we have more options in our pocket all the time. So everybody can see the questions, right? X squared minus 16 by x plus 4, x squared plus 11x plus 18 by x plus 2, and third question is x squared plus 10x plus 25 by x plus 5.
Try to do all of them.
All of them, yeah. Is everybody doing it? Ananya, Sanvita, Survi, Sundara. Oh, Vasundhara has joined from two devices. That's why I was wondering if there's one extra child. Okay. And I would want you guys to also call out the value of x for which these polynomials will become undefined. Okay. So you, when you are simplifying it, you will also say provided x is not equal to this value. So I want you guys to start thinking of those lines because that is going to become a base for your pre-calculus and calculus journey. Very important. Yes, Devans. The third one? Number one, number two? Okay, that's the good news. That means the teacher still has employment. It's okay, I'll explain that, okay? Yes, Richard.
For the first one, so that's the 16 over x squared. It simplifies to x minus 4. And for the second one, it's just, I meant like below. The one below, that's x plus 5. And then, yeah, that one's x plus 5. And then the corner is x plus 1.
Okay. Yes, Devans, you were saying something.
And, oh yeah, I forgot to do x cannot equal -4, x cannot equal -5, x cannot equal
Wonderful. Okay, Devans, you were saying something. You have raised your hand. You can. Okay. Tell me, Ram, what is cooking up?
Well, like the x squared plus 11x plus 18, I got a remainder, so
You got remainder?
yeah. Otherwise, like simplified, I finished the problems.
Okay. We'll double click on each of them. Okay, don't worry about it.
So what I got, so for x squared plus 10x plus 25 by x plus 5, I got x plus 5.
This one you got x plus 5. Okay.
And then for x squared minus 16 by x plus 4, I got x minus 4.
Okay.
And for the last one, I got x minus 13 plus 44 by x plus 2.
Okay. We'll come to that. Yes, Devans. Okay. Sanvita, what did you get? Okay. Then let me bother Sundara. Yes, go ahead.
For the first one, x squared plus, yeah, that one, I got x plus 5. And the next one, I got x minus 4. And then for the next one, I got x plus 9.
Okay, what are the callouts? What are the caveats to your call out that okay, this should be taken into consideration? Okay, I will come back to you. Okay, let's see what Nancy got.
For the first one, I got x plus 5, x equals -5.
Okay.
For the second one, I got x minus 4, and x equals 4. And for the last one, I got x plus 9, and x is equal to -9.
Okay. Yeah, Sundara, you want to add something? Okay, how about Survi, Sanvita, and Ananya?
So for the first one, I got x plus 9. That
This one here.
no, the one in the middle.
This one you got how much?
X plus 9.
Okay. Okay, so basically you got x minus 4 for this guy, x plus 9 for this guy, and x plus 5 for this, x plus 5 for this guy, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's why I was wondering, how would you get x plus 9 here? Okay. Shanvita.
For the second one, I got x minus 4.
Okay.
And then for the third one, I got x plus 9. And then I was a little bit confused on this.
Okay. Now it's my turn. Adisali, is it your turn? You guys can compete with me, it's okay. Don't come. I'm sorry, Luca?
I'm not sure about the first one, but the second one, yeah, the second one I got x minus 4,
Uh-huh.
and for the third one I got x plus 9.
Okay. Now I will probably muddle the water a little bit more, okay? So that you guys can start connecting the dots. Everybody here. To the kids, younger kids, okay, who are in first to fifth grade, okay, I tell them that fraction is my best friend. I'll not tell that to you guys, okay? You guys are a little too old for that. But for you guys, my best friend are these three formulas, which we also call as algebraic identities. A plus b whole square equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. A minus b whole square is nothing but a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, and a squared minus b squared is nothing but a plus b times a minus b. And I want to show you guys how many options you always have, which we can explore depending on our comfort. Now look at this guy. We have the universal boss, which is polynomial long division that we can anyways use. But there is a shortcut also. If these are my favorite formulas, algebraic identities, a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. If I see all positives, first thing that will click to my mind is it a plus b whole square scenario? If x is my a, 25, is it a square? Yes. This is x squared plus 10x plus 25 is 5 square. So a squared plus b squared. Is it 2ab? 10 I can break into 2 into 5. Correct? So a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. This is perfect a plus b whole square scenario. So this can be written as x squared plus 10x plus 25 will become x plus 5 whole square, and you are dividing that by x plus 5. You will knock off one in the power, and this is your answer. Why I am saying so? This is where the mind math comes into picture. In the previous class when I was explaining things to the kids, I was asking them to solve some problems. They were saying, okay, I am doing mind math. Mind math is not for deriving the answer. Mind math is for mapping this formula. Mind math meaning I am doing calculation in mind. So when I am giving a problem to solve, right, I will say, okay, fine, this is a question, create your equation and then solve it. They are saying, no, I did not create an equation, I just did mind math.
It's the mental math.
Mental math. That's a very, I don't know if that's the right word or not, that's a very ghostful exercise. Ghostful is not the right word, right? I was making it up. Okay, so that's a paranormal exercise. I cannot make out what is happening there. But this is where your mind math comes to picture, mental math, where you are mapping this formula with this and you are getting immediately, oh, this is my x plus 5 whole square. This is one way of doing it. And then other thing that I said was, if you have a denominator that you are knocking off, you are putting a caveat that my denominator cannot be 0. X plus 5 cannot be equal to 0, otherwise this whole thing becomes undefined. Or x cannot be equal to minus 5. This is the caveat that you have to follow. This is a habit that you have to build, because now we are inching towards pre-calculus, and that will require us to have this alignment. Okay. Now, second method, obviously you guys know, when nothing works, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division is always there. You start dividing it by x plus 5. First thing you are trying to knock out this power, so you multiply this whole thing by x. As soon as you do that, it became x squared plus 5x. These two are gone. So you are left with 5x plus 25. Again, you are trying to multiply this guy by something to get 5x. You multiply by 5. So you get 5x plus 5 times 5 is 25. Wonderful. This is a blessing in disguise. We were just trying to solve this guy. We got a perfect answer. Two options. Both works. Now look at the second one. Are you guys okay so far? And I'm just showing you guys the 2, 3, 4 methods for solving every problem. Depending on what clicks at the heat of the moment is what you can go with. Now look at this one. As I said, these are my favorite equations. Algebraic identity. This is part of life. You cannot ignore them. Okay? A square minus b square. As soon as you have something in this form, first thing that should click in your mind is a square. 14 is a square? Yeah, 4 is square. So x square, it is x square minus 4 square. Everything after that is history. You know it. A square minus b square is a plus b times a minus b. You have everything in front of you just by looking at this formula. I said that you guys can use polynomial long division, but in the exam you will not be asked to do that, right? My intention was only to make you guys practice. Only thing that you are calling out is my denominator cannot be 0. So x plus 4 cannot be equal to 0, x cannot be equal to minus 4. That's it. Yeah? So two options for solving this one. Yeah? Everybody okay? Now the third one. Again, if I am sounding boring, please let me be boring, okay? Only for today. Because every day is today for me. Every day I'm trying to bore you guys. And that's okay. That's how the teachers are. What to do with that. I had an uncle. Okay? I had an uncle, he was a great mathematician, okay? He was my dad's elder cousin's husband. His name is Arun Lal. He is one of the greatest mathematicians in my family in the whole state that I belong to. He had published 6 to 8 books on math, and he was the champion for maths Olympiad in the Eastern region.
State in America.
In India. So he was the maths Olympiad coordinator for entire Southeast Asia. He was something different when it comes to math. Okay? And mathematicians are a little bit offbeat. Okay? He will put a V-neck T-shirt where the V is on the back. He's so very lost in his mathematical calculation, he will not even be aware of what is happening in his surrounding. That's how the mathematicians are, who are hardcore mathematicians. We're not like people like you and me. We are normal. He was like very different. So, anyways, I was not trying to brag about my uncle. What I was trying to talk about was that any problem that you have, if you think about it, you will find multiple options. And here also the same thing. Now if you look at this one, if nothing works, division we are not going to forget for the rest of our life. Simple, divide it. So this is the answer to your problem, Ram, okay? 11, x square plus 11x plus 18. I am trying to divide that by x plus 2. I am first trying to knock out the highest power, multiplying by x. X square plus 2x. Subtract, gone, 9x plus 18. I will not have remainder. Because I will multiply this guy by 9 to knock off 9x.
I thought it said x squared minus 7x.
I'm sorry, man?
I thought it said x squared minus 7x.
No.
Oh, except x.
It's a calculation thing, that's all. Okay?
Yeah.
So now I am multiplying by 9, it becomes 9x plus 9 to 18. Done. No remainder. Okay? This is one method. Second method is again the coordinate equation thing that we talked about. If I have x squared plus 11x plus 18, I will map that with my standard form of the coordinate equation, a squared plus bx plus c. Look at what is a 1. What is B? 11. What is C? 18. Multiply A and C. I got 18. 18 can be factorized as 1 into 18 or 2 into 9 or 6 into 3. Which of these combinations give me the value of B? 9 and 2. That means I can split this equation as x squared plus 9x plus 2x plus 18 and we will get the same factor. Yeah. So what is that I'm kind of guiding you guys towards? I'm saying that don't think that there is only one possible way to solve a problem when you come across it. That is why you pamper yourself when you are dealing with a problem. Read carefully, analyze, think about it. You know everything. Don't think that your teacher knows more than you do. You know more than your teacher. That's what you have to believe. You have a problem at hand, keep that confidence that okay, I can solve it. Let me think about it. What are the options we have? This one? Wonderful. If not, let me divide. So you will see that by choosing one of the different options, you're going to solve it. And more you practice, more you get familiar with these concepts. Yeah? How about the preaching? Good? Are you guys okay so far or already tired of your teacher?
Hopefully, okay.
Hopefully okay? Okay. So yeah, hope is a very important thing in life because everything revolves around that. You are joining this class with the hope that this teacher will make you learn something. I am teaching you guys with the hope that I will be able to make you learn something. You will go to the examination hall with the hope that you will do your best. Yeah? And your parents are hoping for you to do your best in your career. Correct? So there is a hope that drives us on. X squared minus 7. This is the last problem probably for the day. Let's see how you guys are solving it. This says divide the polynomial and should be in the form of p of x plus k by x plus 3. Where p the polynomial, k is an integer. So this question has given everything into our hands and say okay, solve it now. It is telling us upfront that it is probably having a remainder. And if there is no remainder, my k value will be equal to 0. So try solving for it and then we'll see how easy it looks to everybody. Is that okay? Shruti, Nanya, Srikhar, Sani, Devans, everybody okay? Yep, go for it. And I have a shocker for you guys, okay? Shocker is not as in the FIFA World Cup soccer thing, something that is S-H-O-C-K-E-R. Okay? Let's see. We will just try solving a difficult looking problem, applying basic concepts, and we'll try to emphasize that okay, it works the same way. Yes, Ansika. One more time, Beta. I did not hear you. Okay. X minus 3 plus 4 over x plus 3. Is that what you're saying? 2. Okay. Yep.
Same thing.
Same thing. Okay. So, Ansika, how did you do it? Did you use polynomial long division or you did something else? I'm sorry, Vita? Okay. there, see, the thing is, when we solve a lot of problems, right, we end up learning a lot of good and bad tricks to make our calculation much faster. Sometimes I call them dirty techniques. So I will talk about some of them, okay? Yes, Devans. You also got the same answer. You also use polynomial long division. Okay. Ananya, yes, should be. Same answer. Okay. Yes, Devans. You raise your hand again. That's okay. Samrita.
I got x minus 3 plus 2 divided by x plus
X minus 3 plus 2 over x plus 3, right?
3. Yes.
Same as what your friends got? Okay. Srikhar, Vasundhara, Nanya, Isali. Okay. Now, there is a magic trick that you guys know, which is called polynomial long division. And I will show you guys how our brain works, right? Our brain, as soon as you have a problem, right, to solve, even if you don't say much, your brain is already working. Brain is the only part of the body that works 24/7. Yeah? Even when we are asleep, it's the brain that keeps on working. Okay? So here, when you look at this problem, I'm speechless right now, but my brain is thinking. And obviously, first approach is divide that by the using a polynomial long division, right? What you do first is multiply with x so that you can now have x squared. So this becomes x squared plus 3x. And then these two got knocked off. You have minus 3x minus 7. And you're trying to find out what do I divide this by. So you will multiply by minus 3. It became minus 3x minus 9. So this became plus, this is plus, these two got knocked off, this became plus 2. So that's why you are saying that it became x minus 3 plus remainder over this thing which could not be done. Correct? This is what you guys got? Yeah? Now the next thing. I am trying to be different. I am saying, okay, even if I teach you guys polynomial long division, but I am trying to solve it a little differently. Why? Because I love that those three formulas, algebraic identity, so much so that is my first preference always. As soon as I saw x squared, I said, okay, x squared minus 9, because I will have 3 squared then. Okay? And I cannot mess with this like this, so I have to add a plus here. Yeah? So this is x squared minus 9 plus 2 over plus 2 by x plus 3. X squared minus 9 is a squared minus b squared, that is x plus 3 into x minus 3 plus 2 by x plus 3. Now, first term when I am taking, it becomes x plus 3 by x plus 3, that gets knocked off, it becomes x minus 3 and then plus 2 over x plus 3, that's it. So, whichever clicks, I am not saying that there is one given method, whichever clicks. And you will see that this becomes another approach for solution at times. If you get the perfect algebraic identity by adding or subtracting something from your numerator, you can use that also as an option. Whichever option works for you the fastest, whichever option clicks as a choice, that is what you can go with. Alright? So with that being said, I will pause here and see if you guys have any questions. Now, clear? Okay? Alright, so I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of the evening.